Hello everybody, Kyle from Adirondack Fish Junkies here again with another great lure review. I really enjoy doing these reviews for you guys. I test these baits and fish them quite often to give you guys the best non-biased opinion that I can. If you're like me and you don't want to spend a bunch of money on baits that aren't going to produce, which most people don't, hopefully these lure reviews will give you some help, because this is honest feedback from somebody that's going to tell you the truth. I have no sponsorships or anything like that, so this is all honest opinion of me fishing these baits and how they perform and what I noticed. So today we're going to do the SPRO Megalojohn. SPRO Megalojohn is a soft plastic swim bait. It is a harness swim bait, just like the cool shad. It looks great, I'll be honest with you. I really love the patterns on these. I love the colors and the flake too. So let's talk about appearance right after the get-go. So it's got kind of like a mullet maybe. It's got this really cool looking little shark fin. I'm guessing like the Megalodon. Guessing that's kind of where the name came from, but the patterns are pretty simple. They're pretty basic, but they produce, right? So this just has some scale pattern on the back, and it's got that really nice, I'm sure you guys can see that nice shimmer glitter in the plastic. This one's got some gill dots behind here. Very basic eyes. I mean, they could have done something with the eyes a little different, but it's got gill reliefs. The hardware looks good. It's got all the fins and appendages. Yeah, overall, I mean, the appearance is okay. Where I'm going to give some negative points for this on appearance is I wish they would have maybe incorporated this scale pattern a little farther down. And they definitely could have done something better with the eyes. The eyes are just pieces of plastic that have been molded. I mean, you pay a decent amount of money for this, and I don't know, I feel like it's just lacking a little bit. Where I give some positive notes is I really enjoyed that glitter pattern that's in there. I like all the fins and appendages. I'm gonna give it like a I don't know, a 6. The eyes really kind of irritate me. You know, you're spending a decent amount of money on this, so I would expect SPRO could step it up and do a better job than plastic eyes like that. Rubber, sorry. Durability. So in this particular one, I haven't caught a lot. I actually lost the other one I had the other day on a pike. But the other one that I had was more of like a bluish pattern. But I caught like, I don't know, 15, 20 fish on it so far. I've only had it for like a week. The plastic material is pretty good. The tail, even after catching 20 fish on it and catching a couple pike on it, I didn't really see any kind of damage on the body. There was a couple teeth marks and stuff, but that's to be expected when you're fishing with these. I mean, they feel great. The hook harness and stuff, very nice. Good quality hook harness. Very, very sticky hooks. So that portion of it is great. Durability wise, I'm going to give it a solid 8. It is a pretty durable bait. I'm going to give it one negative thing that's not durability. It's going to fall down the line when I talk about out-of-the-box fishability. I'm sure you guys can already guess what that is. If you're a big swim bait fisherman like me, you're going to be able to... It's going to point out to you. You're going to be able to see it real quick. Action. So, the coal shad has a slow, nice slow kick to it. This has more of a head down. It is weighted a little more on the front. It's more of a head down action, so it tends to dive a little deeper. It's got a pretty decent tail flap back and forth. You can burn this thing pretty quick because it is a little heavier. You can slow roll along the bottom. Either way, the tail kicks every time. These little appendages, like the little fins and stuff, move around in the water too to add a little extra life, lifelikeness to it. Action wise, it's pretty good. They did design it pretty good. It swims great. I'm gonna say action wise, it does what it's supposed to do. You don't get a lot of body roll with it. Sometimes when you're going too slow, it'll kind of roll a little bit, but it's not that bad. I'm gonna give it an 8. It's nothing extraordinary, but it does what it's intended to do, and it does catch fish. So, last portion, out of the box fishability. This is where I'm going to give it some negative points. I absolutely hate the placement of the magnet. I am a big supporter of, even like on, say, the mag draft that has a magnet as well. I like to take my hook and stick it in the plastic behind the magnet and use that as some extra guard, right? So here's the problem. A lot of times when you cast this bait out, I'm gonna do it for you right there. Just that little wiggle gets that magnet and that hook to pop off of there. Which causes a lot of times when you're reeling it in, you have that treble hook hanging down the bottom, you get a lot more debris. It does throw off the action a little bit. It looks kind of wonky, that hook that's hanging around while you're trying to fish this bait. So my only suggestion would be, from a fisherman standpoint, if you're like me and what I did on the other one, was I just took this magnet right out of here and I was sticking my hooks into the bait like I do with all my other baits. That's my only negative thing about out of the box fishability. Everything else is great. You don't have to tune it or anything. You can take this out of the box, you can throw it, and you can catch fish just like this. So, for the money you pay for it, overall, it does do what it's supposed to do. It's durable. The terminal tackle, the harness, all that good stuff, it's pretty solid. I'm going to give this bait I'm going to give it a 7. I was almost going to say 6.5, but I feel like that's a little harsh. I'm just being kind of biased about the magnet and the eyes. Those two things really throw me off a lot. I absolutely fucking hate this magnet situation. It's stupid. They were better off doing some kind of harness to hold the hook in like Berkley does. I'm a big Berkley fanboy. I'm sorry. I just love the way a coal shad fishes. But yeah, this magnet's irritating. So if they could move the magnet up here a little farther, that way you could stick in your treble hooks, because right now, if you stick in your treble hook, I'll show you, your treble hook ends up going behind your magnet, and you're going to have to lose your magnet anyway. So there's no point in even having it there if you're going to do that. Overall, not a bad bait. Fish is good. Catches fish. It's heavy. Cast far. Decent bait. Rated a 7. Not too bad at all. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and I will have more lure reviews for you guys in the future. These are all always honest reviews, honest feedback from somebody who's just out here to fish and give you guys help. So like, comment, subscribe, help the channel grow, guys. We're starting to pick up some headway, getting some views, so I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for everything. Y'all have a good night. Bye.